Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel Skinny on Carbs. My name is Andrea, and on this channel I try to use my background in biology, histopathology and naturopathic medicine to help you live the life that you dream of and deserve. Okay, so you're on this video because you want to know if sugar is going to age you. And of course you want to know this because you have seen the glories and the wonders of what sugar fasting and the sugar diet can do for you. And although I am not promoting sugar fasting, I do promote a sweet carb lifestyle. That's the lifestyle that I live. It's the lifestyle that I have lived for over a decade. I am in my mid 40s. I have 4 kids, and it has worked wonderfully for me, and I am hoping it can work wonderfully for you as well. However, this is Skinny on Carbs. You want me to give you the skinny. Okay, so I'm going to give you the skinny on sugar, okay? If I don't get too distracted by the mosquitoes. I swear the mosquitoes are awful out here. Okay, so my short answer, my nose rings always. My short answer to you is yes, sugar is aging you, okay? Sugar will age you. Driving up your metabolism will age you. Increasing your metabolic rate will age you. I know nobody wants to hear this on the sugar diet or on the sugar fast. Trust me, I live a sweet carb lifestyle. So I know that hurts the ears and it offends the heart, but it's the truth, okay? Ramping up your metabolism will age you. Driving up your metabolic rate is going to age you. Pumping and sugar ages you, okay? It just does. So I'm going to define for you really quick and dirty what aging is and explain to you why sugar does that, okay? So generally speaking, aging is in the scientific community is considered pretty much DNA damage, okay? DNA damage. That's the simple, quick and dirty definition of what is considered aging within a cell. And the reason that's what's considered aging in the cell is because it means that when your cell goes to replicate and divide, it's not going to be, that's the DNA is it's the information, it's what tells the cell it's what tells the cell what it is and what to do, and creates all the cell specific proteins. Okay, so if your DNA is damaged within the cell, and it means it can't replicate, which means you can't have the cell turnover the way you should, which means you're slowing down, you're aging, okay? I'm trying to give you guys a very simplistic overview of what this is, of what aging is. So that's aging in a nutshell. So why is sugar doing this? Why am I blaming, why is somebody who's calling their channel Skinny on Carbs blaming sugar and saying sugar ages you? Well, the truth of it is, if you are driving your metabolic functions within the cell, then you're going to be aging yourself. Why is that? Because, like I've said in other videos, calories come at a cost, and sugar is a calorie, okay? It's a carb calorie, right? You've got 2 other calorie sources. You've got protein and you've got fats. Do they age you as well? Yeah, well, they're driving the metabolic process. So yeah, they're going to age you too. But sugar is special. And the reason sugar is special is because sugar speeds up mitochondrial function. Okay, I told you guys, and this is why I prefer sugar or I prefer carbs, because my mitochondria prefers sugar, it prefers carbs. Okay, and I want to do the things that make my mitochondria happy. So that's why I feed it simple sugars. Now, if you are driving the metabolic pathways, what you're doing is you are driving the creation of reactive oxygen species, okay, which means you're producing oxidative stress, and this oxidative stress wreaks havoc in the cell, okay, and it wreaks havoc on the DNA. So this is really what is driving the aging process within the cell, is those metabolic pathways, okay? So sugar ramps that up because it's faster. The mitochondria wants the sugar over the fat or the protein, okay? It just does. You can't even feed protein into the mitochondria directly. It has to be converted into sugar, right? But if you're giving it to the mitochondria rapidly via table sugar, then you are really ramping up that process, okay? And you're really creating those reactive oxygen species. The problem with doing this with just sugar, isolated table sugar, is that you're not paying the price for that calorie. You're not paying the price. You're not offsetting those reactive oxygen species, okay? And the way you pay the price for those reactive oxygen species is to take in the sugar with the fee, okay? And what I'm calling the fee is with the antioxidant. So you're creating oxidative stress or oxidants, okay? And so now you have got to offset that by taking in antioxidants. And yes, your cell produces antioxidants, but you got to take in precursors for that, okay? You've got to take in the raw materials. And sorry to tell you, if you're eating table sugar is just sucrose. And that's going into the mitochondria, right? Into the electron transport chains. Where are the antioxidants? Where are the mitochondria specific antioxidants? Yes, there are antioxidants that are specific to the mitochondria, like CoQ10, quercetin, resveratrol, vitamin E, curcumin. These are all specific to the mitochondria, okay? And if you're taking in your sugar without the fee, then you are driving the aging process. If you are ramping up your metabolic rate and not paying for it, you are driving the aging process. So this is why I'm saying to you, yes, sugar is going to age you in the long run. It's going to age you, okay? So how do I offset this? I've said it before. I'm in my mid-40s. I've got 4 kids. I'm not trying to say I'm the cutest thing on the planet, but you know, I'm perimenopausal right now, and I'm not really experiencing any. I don't even know it. If my doctor didn't tell me, I wouldn't have known it. But or if I didn't look at my birth certificate, I wouldn't have known it. But in any event, you know, I should look aged with all this sugar that I'm eating. So why don't I look more aged than I should be? The mosquitoes, I'm telling you, if you guys could see them, I'm sorry. Anywho's it. So the reason I can get away with this, and the reason you can get away with this, is if you are taking in your sugars with the processing fee. Taking your sugars with the processing fee, taking your sugars with the resveratrol, taking your sugars with the CoQ10, with the quercetin, with the curcumin, with the vitamin E, take it in with the vitamin C, take it in with all these antioxidants. That's going to offset the cellular damage, okay? So this is, oh my goodness, I swear y'all, this is how I get away with it, right? And this is how you're gonna get away with it too, okay? Is if you take in your sugar in the context of the whole food, okay? Take in the sugar in the context of the whole food, and then you can get away with it. And then you can age, like I'm saying. You can slow down the aging process. You don't have to worry about creating all that cellular damage, and it won't be an issue, okay? So that's how I do it. That's how I've done it for the past more than a decade. It's how I've been able to get away with it in my mid-40s and stay slim, you know? So I'm just trying to help you guys out. Love and peace to everyone. Bye.